and how their mindsets are of how they look at us, which is all probably like you said, farm or fodder or food or slaves or whatever.
Well, think about this, right? We can't even live with other countries, okay? We can't live with China. We can't live with Korea. We can't live with Russia. We argue and fight and all that stuff. Now, if there's 180 different alien species, right? Oh, God, what would be going on? All the fighting between them and us, that's crazy. Even if it's only 5 or 6 species of aliens, okay? The thing is, I get these people that they are here trying to save mankind. Well, if they are here to save mankind, why don't they figure a way to refreeze Antarctica? Why can't they filter out all this carbon monoxide out of our atmosphere? Why can't they help us with stopping cancer and all these other diseases? Well, if they have all this technology, they should be giving that to us. Okay, and they're not doing it. So, I mean, how are they here to serve man? Okay, they abduct you and you got arthritis. And after you've been abducted, you no longer have arthritis. Okay, you're one of the lucky people. Or you had, throat cancer. Now all of a sudden you're in remission. Hey, I hear that stuff. But if they're here, seriously, to help mankind, we shouldn't have any more diseases anymore. People shouldn't be getting older. If they should be able to live longer and slow the aging process down, and all this technology should be given to us. But yet, you still hear this other stuff, like Mary Joy said that they're sharing technology right in here in North Carolina in this underground base, and the aliens are cannibals. Or you hear that about people being abducted and going through mutilations the same way with cattle. What ones do you believe? Oh, gee, do they all give off orbs and they're trying to help us? I don't see that. So, okay, but I do see that our technology is jumping faster than ever. You go back in the B-1 bomber, you go through all these other bombers, you go through the stealth fighters, the stealth bombers. The technology, the shape of them, and all this stuff is advanced so far. Our technology is as advanced so far in the last 30 years. It is freaking scary, but it's all military.
Exactly. And you know what? You say, how are they here to serve us? Well, let me give you an example. Maybe they're here to look after us in this way. Imagine a dairy farmer that owns 2,000 head of cattle. He's going to make sure that they're, pretty healthy. He's going to take care of them, look after them, not let his neighbor come get them or steal them or do anything with them. But he's going to let some die off and the herd to get stronger. Maybe they look at us like that. We don't know, but I can assure you they're not here to help us and serve us in a good way. And you speak of technology. Look back at the last 20 years, how much our drone systems have really advanced. I mean, like big time. I bet they've got drones that we don't even know about that can do things that would blow our minds, because our technology in our drone field has really, really rocketed.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, the whole thing in military technology, from lasers, like the lasers that the Navy's been experimenting with on their ships. You could zap another ship and or a plane and destroy it. I mean, the laser technology is really advanced here in the last couple of years. Is this our technology when it comes to military has advanced, but when it comes to medical, when it comes to helping us, or getting rid of what's going on our planet, I would think if they're here to help us, okay, and guide us, they would be taking care of. We wouldn't have to worry about Antarctica, the sea rising, climate changes. We wouldn't have to worry about a magnetic pole switch, all this stuff that could go on, or Yellowstone erupting and taking out the world, or asteroids hitting our world, or a comet coming and slamming into us. They would be taking care of us, but I don't see any of that.
No, I don't either, and I don't see, and I don't think it's because.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I was scared somebody was trying to abduct me here. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form to help us. And I do think that there's forces out there or powers that be that definitely want to cull the population, because since 1973, we went from 3.5 billion to double that, 7 billion today, and another 10 years is probably going to be 10, 12 billion, if not more. So with all that, it's just too much. It's too much, and they're not here to help us. If they're here to save us, my God, our population would triple.
I don't know. That's the whole point. So that's where I'm confused when I get my guest on the show and they say that aliens are here to help mankind. Well, where have they been helping us? Please tell me. They haven't been helping us. Is there something going on I'm missing in the news? Have we cured cancer or Alzheimer's? No. Have we cured anything?
No. And
we haven't even got rid of the common code yet.
Right, and big pharma and insurance companies, they're going to make sure that we never cure cancer, because that would put them out of business of trillions of dollars. That'd be like 100 years ago, letting everybody have a light bulb that lasts 100 years. That would be silly, money-wise.
Yeah, so anyway, if give me an email, and I want to know what your guys' opinion is about aliens. Are they really helping us? Do they have 25 million cloaked spaceships going around Earth and protecting us against another invasion? I don't know, but why don't they help us now? We need help because the rate it's going. Do you realize in 50 years from now, our climate, our world is going to change so much that if you could live another 50 years, you would be in shock, and you would sit in your chair and you would cry.
Let me say this, Gary. In 50 years from now, I'm going to take an educated guess that the population has got to be at least, we're at 7 billion today, it's got to be at least 15 billion. That's double, probably realistically be around 20 billion. That many people, do you know how much consumption that is of food, and with gasoline expended in the air and all these waste and stuff? If we're not fast-tracked to going down the bad road of Antarctica thawing out and stuff, in 50 years, at the rate we're going with the population and the consumption and the waste, that's scary.
I don't think we can make it 50 years. You know, I just know that from all the reports, they give it to 2040, and then the world is going to be like a nightmare. Now, it's 2019, and it's almost gone. So you're talking, 21 years from now, and everything is going to start really drastically changing. Don't own property in Florida, number one, and the Carolinas and all this stuff. And then they don't even know what's going to happen when the magnetic field flips. They have some speculation, but, do you believe scientists? They've been totally wrong. Look at these scientists back. I'm going 20 years back. Oh, yeah, we're not going through any climate changes. It's normal for Antarctica to start thawing out. But no, actually, if you look at it statistically, it's actually freezing up more than it is melting. Yeah, where did they get their statistics from? What were they smoking?
That's a good point. And you could take Google Maps or whatever and look back at Antarctica or any of those ice cap areas from 20 years ago and look at every year and look how they're different in the views of them, how much ice is melted or how much more ice there is. It's just mind-boggling. And if you're even a mathematician or a hardcore into science, just take the average population growth per year and times that by 20, and then figure in the consumption of products and the waste from what we're doing and using, and figure that into the effects on the environment and the world, and you're going to have a scary sum total figure.
Well, it's going to come to the point where we can't produce enough food. And we can't, our petroleum, we're down on the oil. We've been sucking our blood from our planet. That's what I classify it. And we're down for the last 10 years, the petroleum output is still high, but the reserves are really starting to go negative. So, that's why also our president has decided to open up areas in certain areas that were blocked from, doing, pumping of oil. Yeah.
National forest.
Yeah, and not the forest. I'm talking up in Alaska where, stuff was, forbidden in certain areas to go, start pumping oil. And he's now gave the go-ahead. Well, hey, now the oil companies can go there and, suck out whatever oil they can get there because you know what? They realize there's not that many more years of oil left.
Right. Yeah, it's like, two aliens in a bar, and you come in the bar, a human, they say, oh, are you driving a sports model UFO out there? Yeah, what are you driving? Oh, the rocket-fueled Saturn V out there. It's crazy. Oh, my God. We're so far behind, and they're talking about Mars and consumption. It's a dream.
I don't know. I mean, maybe, Bigelow can do it. I just look at the money it's going, and I say this almost every night, the grid system, people. We should be investing in the grid system because one day we're going to get a solar flare. And what are you going to do when you can't suck that money out of your bank account? And your money is only a number, and a master computer somewhere. There's nothing to back up any of this money we have. It's all fake numbers. So why not print out more money? It doesn't make any difference, really. They just could add a couple more zeros at the end of the accounting line.
I know. I've heard other reports, people saying there's a really even gold at Fort Knox because nobody can even go in and check it or do accounting.
Well, there might be lead painted as gold color. I remember seeing a movie like that. But I don't think if there is any gold in Fort Knox, there's not anywhere near, trust me, to cover anything that you're buying at the grocery store, let alone for everybody else. There isn't that much gold left. Come on, with the economy the way it is and all the trillions of dollars every which way, you think there's trillions and trillions of dollars of gold?
No, hell, just look at gas prices. What was it 50 years ago? Maybe 30, 40 cents a gallon. Now it's $2.50.
Where were you? I can tell you're so much younger than me.
Yeah.
Do you know when I was driving and I was like 18 years old? Okay, I was paying anywhere from 22 cents to 24 cents a gallon.
Wow, was that a Model T? Gee, Chris.
No, that was like with my 57 Chevy or my 61 Chevy and all that stuff I had and, and stuff like that, cars like that. Yeah, and I remember even going with my father and him getting gas paying 13 cents a gallon, 12 cents a gallon, 11 cents a gallon.
Yeah, I had a 70 Nova with a rare 302 V8 in it with I think I had a 750 Holly in it. But anyway, it only got like 5 miles a gallon.
Wow.
And that was when gas was $1 a gallon. I was like, man, I couldn't imagine driving that car today.
Well, anyway, we're going to go on a break here in a minute. You're welcome to hang in for the next 2 hours if you want. Depending if you're bored, you might come up with some questions to ask Joshua. And it should be getting really interesting because I want to know as much as I can what is going on about Area 51 and actually what really started this whole thing about, I know what originally started it. And that sunk in somebody's mind and they figured they'll take advantage of it. Anyway, we'll be back in 2.5 minutes. You're listening to me, Gary, on Night Dreams Talk Radio. We'll be back.
Vente bebé, esto es pa' ti amor.